All right, we are in the Hoosier National Forest and we're on a trail here. One of our favorites we like to go to. It's raining, it's been raining since last night. It's gonna rain all day, it's gonna rain all tonight and tomorrow morning. So we're gonna use this as an opportunity to hone our skills in gathering wood for fire at night. We'll check in later. All right, again, here we are, Hoosier National Forest. Gonna hike in a bit and start looking for a campsite. We're not hiking too far today. We're only gonna go a few miles in, 5 max. Get some tarps set up over us so we can get a little base of operations going, so we can start getting some dry wood stored up. Somehow, somewhere out here, we're gonna find dry wood. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, it's a muddy mess, that's for sure, but not too muddy. Trail's in pretty good shape still, currently. And there's this stuff. Eric, you got any commentary?
Yeah, kinda really messing up. I wouldn't say messing up. I'm being that guy. I have a cooler today.
All right.
I wanted to have my beer.
No problems there.
Down here on the look down, like Prince.
It'd be nice to have cold beer at camp, but and we've got steak for tonight.
Oh yeah, big old steaks.
Steak for the morning.
Should eat pretty well as soon as we get the fire going, and we got a backup if we don't have fire, but we'll have fire.
We got our stove just now.
Yep. All right, we'll check in sometime later, maybe when we get to camp. We can have a check-in. Not sure when we're gonna put tents out and all that. Still got a lot of rain coming, so depends on if it's raining when we get to our site today or not. If it is raining, hold off till we have a break. And first priority though is to get tarps up to start drying out, have a dry spot to put all of our wood, and just a spot to stand under or sit under when we get the big rainfall that they say is coming. And once we get wood secured and a place set, then set up our tents, get fire going. Not necessarily in that order. It'll be a good time. What are we doing here? Taking jacket off?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's about 60 degrees, so it's not really cold at all. It's actually perfect. Rain makes it a little more damp. And we're at a campsite along the trail. Just derobing a bit. All right, let me help Jonah out here. We'll see in a bit. All right, we are still on trail. Oh, what's it been, 20 hours now on the trail?
At least.
I don't know how long it's been, not very long.
All rations are depleted.
Jonah ate them.
Sorry to die of dysentery.
Oh, we're on the Oregon Trail. That's where we're on. So yeah, really cool little pine forest in the forest. It's a forest in a forest. It's like a double rainbow, man. But yeah, Indiana's got some really beautiful places. This in the fall with the other leaves changing with this green back, and you just walk into a big field of green pine, is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. Love it. It's a really cool spot. You always walk quietly through here because of the pine needles on the ground. It's awesome. So, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't last. It's just kind of right through the trail here. So when they were building the trail, I think somebody just said, hey, let's run through the pine area. Because then, as quick as it comes, it goes. So, anyway, pretty neat. We like it. Wish I could camp here. I think somebody has camped up there. There's a lot of wood missing and bark missing from trees up there.
Yeah, it kind of looks like
Oh, there's a campsite for sure.
You can trudge down to
Yeah.
the water. Actually, I'll put the top out. We don't have to take care of it. So see what it looks like. Shot lines down to the water, but
Yeah. We can go look still if you want.
we wouldn't want to camp up here right by the trail. Walking by.
One goal for this trip I have is to find morels. The wild, mysterious morel
I like
mushroom.
our morale pretty high considering the weather.
I'm gonna eat your morale. But it's morel season in Indiana. That is for sure. Had a couple of 50-degree nights. Tonight's gonna be 50 as a low. Lots of moisture. Hopefully not too much rain. But all signs, all the years I've hunted morel, tell me this is the weekend to do it, to start. So it's gonna be pretty good, I hope. So we'll find some, cook them up, and if not, we'll wait till next weekend and look again. Anyway, we'll check in later. We're at Eric has found a vine. This is a vine we've been on before.
Back out of the way, I ain't gonna worry about it.
You probably are.
Gotta, we went to get the tractor for a road trip. Plow right into it.
Good times.
I feel like I'm gonna drag the ground.
I feel like you're gonna just splat in the mud.
That's what I feel.
We're good. I got it on video. Yeah, Jonah's wearing jeans versus hiking pants because the dude has grown so much this year that I really misunderstood. Didn't even think about. Oh crap. Oh, yep. There you go.
Little wet,
A little slick. Oh, watch out. Widowmakers. But yeah, he's grown so much. His hiking pants don't fit anymore, so we gotta buy those. Too focused on his boots to remember the hiking pants. Alright, let's see how this goes. Ow. Hey, don't get injured. We're still camping tonight. You have to deal with whatever injury you have. No, it's like a piece of stick or something.
This felt like a bug.
Yeah.
It's like one of those with like
Yeah, I can't get around it.
I don't want.
You wanna go?
In a survival situation, you don't want to waste all your energy on childish games like this.
It's alright. Bear Grylls would.
In a survival situation.
Bear Grylls would highly recommend doing this.
You can't get through that section of the trail without doing something.
It's the only way to bypass this area. Is swing up to that log.
It's our only route.
Huh? Oh, oh.
Good stuff.
Exhilarating. One of us takes a big splat in the mud. Was it worth it?
All right, we found our camping spot for the night. Got a fire pit here. Thought we were gonna be off trail. We picked a spot that's off trail, but other people obviously have looked at the map too. Here's some dried needles that someone had a tent here last night, so we can use that for kindling. Some trash down here, unfortunately, but anywhere there's people, there's trash. That's sad. So, yeah, this is not bad up here too. Oh, animals will be all over that tonight. Throw it out in the water. Yeah, they were only like, what, 100 feet away, or...
We don't want to be out in the open with the weather the way it's going to be.
Yeah, you want some. Yeah, you want some cover. Here's some socks.
We can extract some.
People are trashy.
This is, you know,
Beer bottles.
Is that a full can of spaghetti?
that's somebody's loaded out here probably.
That's from a, yeah. There's no
That wasn't
doubt.
here just 2 days ago. You know, it's like
It's literally 100% okay can of spaghetti. It's not open at all.
there you go. It wasn't there Thursday.
Yeah, people are people boat here. They pull
See,
in.
that's a sign for camping that
Then
I was
they-
talking about.
They set up camp here.
That's clear enough and easy enough to get to. Filter water.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no problems there. We have plenty of water.
Do we want to go without pack and scout that area over there?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, that was.
Why do they
like
carry cans?
This is what's ridiculous. They didn't carry them. They brought their boat in.
Oh,
They docked here, and then they just leave their trash.
Why would you leave your spaghetti?
Because they're just idiots.
We're helping out the next people. They'll eat
Yeah, those glass bottles, empty glass bottles, are really helping.
I'll eat it.
it. Can you see that over there? It's kind of a high pool.
Yeah, you want to go look there?
You think it's worth looking at? Do we want to share our packs or just go bareback?
Yeah, we'll just walk over there.
You gonna keep them spaghettios, Jonah?
What?
Found lunch, Jonah.
Alright.
And actually, I don't want spaghetti. With that chicken, I'll grab it.
Don't know. I don't want them. I wouldn't.
I won't eat them probably unless I get hungry. Like after all food is gone.
Dude, we have so much steak. You're not gonna get hungry.
We could all ruin our steaks or keep cooking. That corn grosses me out. I don't know why. Like I hate corn just laying around anywhere, you know. How would you done? Well, we already know why somebody do whatever because they littered the whole area.
Yeah, it's sad. Man, it feels nice.
Bad over there.
Yeah, now it's all airy because your back's all sweaty and like.
It's nice. I really like this spot.
How do you
Let's go look at. Let's look at the other one.
search abroad? Like
I know we got some dry
Browse there.
kindling here.
Where?
Right under you.
Yeah, we gotta do our zone of assessment. Zone 1, my body. What I have on me.
We
I got
already
my
know.
clothes,
We already know what we got on.
and that's it. Minus this pack full of 50 pounds of high-tech gear. And second zone of assessment is my immediate area. What do I have right here? And my third
actually
zone
marked
assessment
that.
is expanding beyond. I need a bigger picture of my area around me.
Because we don't want to be right here thinking this is paradise and then 20 yards that way.
So we're gonna go check out this other area here, just to make sure we're good for the night. Make sure we're not missing out on, I don't know, like a can of, who knows, Campbell's Chunky Noodle Soup. I like the Campbell soup. It's a hot soup. It's a chunky soup. So anyway, just heading this way, see what's here. Show you what it looks like when we get there.
See, the survival situation.
All right, we are now filming our campsite. We are done with our fire pit, and we put a canopy over us just to stop the rain if it does. It's supposed to rain, but we haven't had any since we pulled into camp. And we'll sit under here, and we've got a firewall over here. Right now we're harvesting wood. We got little piles here and over here, and we've been cutting down the dead standing wood that we found. So So all these trees were dead, just standing up. And the reason you go with the dead standing in the rain, obviously, because if it's on the ground, it's wet, it's gonna be saturated and soaked and not so useful. But here you can see this was dead standing. It was a whole tree, young tree that was dead. And you can see here how dry it is. And one trick is you can put your cheek next to the cut edge, and if it feels damp, it is wet. All of these feel good, warm and dry, so we're in good shape with these. You can see the outsides look pretty rough and probably something you may not even consider even wanting to think about messing with, but it actually will burn up very easily. So we've been pretty fortunate with wood. There's a lot of wood that's been cut down around here, and I just hope that when it was cut, it was dead when they cut it. But you never know. So anyway, that's what we're doing, and still haven't really unpacked or put tents out or anything. We'll do that later. We can put tents up anytime. It only takes a couple minutes. We did have some lunch too. And I think Jonah's gonna go filter some water now. Of course, we're on a lake, so plenty of water all the way around. We're kind of on a little peninsula here. You can see. There's Eric continuing to be a workhorse. That's good. One of us needs to be. So, what you got there, Sonny?
It's wet on the outside, but dry. The inside, I think.
Was that on the ground?
Huh?
Was it on the ground
That
then?
one that you found a while ago too.
Oh yeah. That the end looked really dry and good. So yeah, this will.
Stuff in it.
Yeah, that'll work. Good. I think we got plenty of wood.
We got a good start, and if we need to, we can always take a chunk off the end of that log there and split it.
Oh, that big one that's down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one that's raised off the ground, that's probably pretty dry. Way over there. Alright, we'll get sawing these up. We've already gotten some action going on here. Got some good long burners here. Chop down this one little pine tree, dead, bone dry. It even looked dry on the outside, this bark, you can tell down here. It actually was standing. I just pushed it over and it fell, and that's gonna be a good quick starter. That'll take off like crazy. Joan has been harvesting some fat wood from a pine tree. As you can see here, that there, we'll shave that up, and I don't know how to explain it. It just looks like fat, but it's the resin from the pine tree, and it settles in where these branches stick out of the tree. The branches are dead and knocked off. Obviously people cut this down for firewood before, but we're gonna use it to start the fire, so that resin will burn like almost like an oil. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was all
So anyway,
soaked through.
made our little firewall. Eric's specialty.
I'm
Rotating.
gonna start shoes.
It's just a heat shield.
Beside that.
Yeah, if we make a long enough fire, it's gonna be a nice warm night.
I don't foresee it being cold.
No, it's 50 degrees tonight, I think, is a low.
It'll feel good though this evening.
Yeah. Alright, so Jonah's gonna shave some.
I'm gonna show you this rock here.
This is the maiden voyage for my my Tops knives. Tops, right? Who makes those? And it's a Tom Brown tracker
With Rocky Mountain tread grip. Scout style, carrying it right-handed draw. The grips are a little different. Instead of being the standard flat outer grips, it's got what they call their Rocky Mountain tread.
Yep, Mandy got me this for Christmas. Solid knife, brand new. Has not seen any wood yet, and it's itching.
It's supposed to be a knife that does everything, according to Tom Brown. If he were to have one tool, that would be what he would carry.
I think we've highlighted this on a different video, Eric's Tom Brown. That's where I got the idea. So let's like a quarter inch steel. Pretty
12 inches long.
Pretty aggressive saw up top.
Notching and
Not that I would do a lot with that, but
it actually would have came in handy while ago to notch that stake we made so that the
oh yeah, that
cord
would have
didn't
been good.
slip up. I
Would've
was
been
thinking.
Anyway, Tom Brown tracker. It's awesome. All right, we're gonna cut up some more wood here. Make sure we're good for the night for firewood. And Jonah's shaving fat wood to get it started.
So far,
Good.
the weather has cooperated well.
Not
It's
bad.
not muddy down in here with these pines.
Yeah, we're kind of on the top of a rolling ridge, a small finger that jets out into the lake here.
It smells really
So we'll stay dry most of the night. You can tell it rained here last night, and I think I showed earlier where there was a tent here. That's where we dropped our packs, but and there's another spot over there where another tent was.
Not really sure where we'll set our tents up exactly. Somewhere in this vicinity out here, probably.
Yep.
Or behind.
Anyway, so far, good day. All right, check in later. All right, camp is set. Got us a little fire going. It's 5 o'clock. Started the fire a little early because someone needed a sausage to eat. That was me. Eric's over there filtering some water. Very good. What are you doing there?
I'm cleaning this off.
Playing with knives.
Got a little, good little pile of
Oh yeah,
firewood
you
back
can see
here.
that behind us there. That's a good pile. Should get us through the night. So 100% chance of rain, or I think 80% chance of rain really is what it was. And we are actually fortunate enough right now to get a little bit of sun.
The only rain we've had so far was on the way in, a little bit of light rain in the woods.
Yep. So, now we're just kind of relaxing. We did a lot of work. We cut a lot of wood. Got the tents up. Set up the fire pit. Not necessarily in that order. Started the fire with fat wood. I should have filmed that. I guess I didn't. It's okay. The fat wood that Jonah was cutting up earlier. Got us started. So, just waiting on some steaks to thaw out for it to turn dinner time, and then we're gonna make sure we have a good bed of coals here. Lay our grills down and grill some steak. Should be good. All right. Next place. Eric's out taking some pictures. Jonah is filtering water. I am brewing some coffee. Give me a little bit of a caffeine boost here. Should be pretty tasty. French roast. We went around and gathered some birch bark. Let's see down here. Got a little stash over here. We're going to play around with that in a little bit. I've used birch bark before to start fires. That looks like a yellow birch, I think. It's a little yellowish, reddish brownish. But super thin stuff, and it's got oils in it that really just take fire still pretty quickly, and the oils just keep going, keep burning it up. It's almost like flash paper, if you know what that is. It burns up nicely. So Jonah made a trek down to the water. He opts to go down here. There's water right over here, but I don't know. Maybe he likes the trek. Let's see. Getting water. Doing what we do when we backpack. Good time. Here's Eric's tent. The white and orange Big Agnes. And Jonah and I are in this 3-person Marmot Tungsten, which looks like a disaster in there right now. Anyway, not too bad. Should be sleeping well. Alright, you done filtering?
Yeah.
Eric's our little nature photographer. He went back to get some photos of himself, and of course now. What? Yeah, he's he's saying the tree was broke off at the base. He said that's Bigfoot. Classic Bigfoot. What do you say there, Paul Bunyan? Good. Alright, I think my coffee might be ready. It's getting a lot of ash in it. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. Let's try it. Oh, we have steaks too, so we're letting them thaw out. But here are our steaks. Porterhouses. One for Jonah, one for me. Eric's got one over here. Thawing out. They were frozen. We had them in the freezer, and they last a whole day really when it's not too hot out. So we're ready to get our good cold base going here, and then we'll be eating those soon. Be good. Good and tasty steaks. We got lumberjack back here. Oh, you can never have enough wood. So we got, yeah, we're in good shape for tonight. Talking to the camera.
You still have a decent stockpile over here.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try to show that birch bark taking a strike. If we fail, it's Eric failing because he's the one doing it. Let's see what we got here.
We got an ember. Got an ember.
Didn't take much.
There we go. That would do it. That's all it was just a little handful of birch bark right there.
Oh, wind's gonna catch it. Get your foot over it there. Yeah, we don't burn away.
That's nice.
Yeah, that stuff works great. The ground is really wet here, so we're not really worried about anything catching fire.
That came straight off the tree, like down by the water, though. It's like,
Yep. Walk you down there for those of you who aren't familiar with the birch bark and show you kind of where that's at, what it looks like.
I would like to accompany.
It was just over here, so it's a short jaunt. So basically those white trees you see in the woods, aka birch trees. There's yellow birch, white birch, I'm sure there's other species. I'm not a horticulturist or botanist or whatever that is, so
Pretty sure it's a botanist.
pretty sure I don't know.
Pretty sure I do.
So, anywho, Yeah, we just pull it off those trees. There's one right up here. It's just like thin little paper. Let's see here. About like a leaf. Peels away nicely. It's got oils in it though. I don't know all the purposes of, or the things you can do with birch bark, but with those oils, I wonder if there's another opportunity for it. But great for fires. I know that much. I don't even know if there's a birch tree. Well, I just looked for, I think it's a birch tree. But I look for this kind of stuff. The white trees or the brownish yellowish, I guess, yellow birch. It's awesome. Even if you get it wet, like it was raining when we first got here, even if you get it wet, you can put it in between your clothes, and you're wearing multiple layers in between layers, and warm it up and it'll dry it out really quick for you. Enough to get it going. It doesn't take much. It is starting to get a little darker now. It's 6:30. About time to think about putting some stakes on. Alright, we'll check in later. Next time we check in, we might be cooking steaks. Who knows? Alright, still grilling the steaks up. We got Jonah's on. There's Jonah's porterhouse. There's Eric's. What's that, filet? That's really tender looking. It's good. We got our little grills, Expedition Research grills. It's just a stainless steel grill. And we knocked our fire down. Perfect bed of coals. Should be tasty. Eric's is looking really good. Alright, should be getting there. Alright, we ate the steaks. They were so incredible that we just totally missed and spaced out and didn't even show you the cooked steaks, but they were like restaurant quality. We ate at Disney at Le Cellier and paid buku bucks for steaks. I don't even want to say how much it was to eat there because it's embarrassing how much it was. But far better tonight than Le Cellier. Jonah's Filter and Water. I want to show you the Pacobello. This is a crowd favorite. We love this here. The Pacobello. I've shown it before. It's on the HoosierSurvival.com website also. Version 1. There's a version 2.
There it is.
But here is the Pacobellos in action. Check this out. You can stick it down in here and then just blow. And you have fire. Awesome. It is awesome. Pacobellos for the win.
Epiphany Outdoors.
Epiphany Outdoors.com. It's gonna crackle a little. We got some little small twigs in there, a whole bunch of them. But we let it die down for the coals to grill our steaks. And they were incredible. Like food coma right now. And those porterhouses were giant. Unbelievable. So good. We continue to have the best steaks of our lives out hiking, backpacking. It's really too hot for a fire.
It's not really it's not needed really for the heat.
Alright, again, Jonah's at the water's edge.
getting filtered water. Eric's got the Katadyn Be Free baggie up there where he he's gravity feed. You see the bag hanging up there over his head. Up there. That little bag in the middle of the screen there. Right there. That is what he's using. He just filled up lake water with it. Then you open the cap and you let it drain into whatever.
That 3-liter
You
bag
want.
was hard to fill, and it was previously, even in a lake in Colorado. It was like hard to fill, like more than like a third of the way up. So I used a canteen cup basically to
Yeah.
get the water out and fill it up at a quicker rate.
Now what, do you have to clean that out? I'm assuming you do when you come back from a trip.
You can, I mean, you probably should. I do.
Yeah.
Let dry it out good, but
Yeah, you don't want any crap growing in there.
clean water and take the filter off. So
Yeah.
clean it.
What you getting ready to do there?
I was just putting my stuff away here.
No.
Nothing special. Maybe a 5-hour interview.
Nice. It is, what time is it? I don't even know.
8:05.
8:05. 20:05. We're just hanging out. We're pretty much done for the night. Let's get as much of this in as we can before the rain starts. They're calling for rain at midnight, but they called for 80% chance of rain all day today. Like we're in the 20% zone, I guess. That's pretty awesome. Good words of wisdom.
It's a good day out. We contemplated not coming just due to the forecast, and we finally said the heck with it. We're going regardless what it does, and
I think a big part of it
and
is having the right gear. So we were prepared and ready for rain. We have rain pants, rain jackets.
ready to go if we had to.
Really, I'm kind of bummed because I wanted to get the rain, get the fire going with rain. But I think that challenge will be in the morning, which will still get it going. We have enough wood. Still stocked. We've been burning wood since 4 o'clock, so for 4 hours now. And that's how much wood we still have left back there.
More than enough.
So we did, yeah, we cut quite a bit. And that really only took us about an hour, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
With 3 people working on it, didn't take long at all. But we were ready for the rain. We didn't get the rain yet. And if we had backed out on this day and realized we didn't have any rain, I would have been very upset.
Yes.
Because this is absolutely perfect weather. We're talking mid-60s, no bugs. It's unbelievable. We're sitting here in t-shirts, and honestly, by the fire, I'm a little warm.
Yeah.
We might start a forest fire with these things popping. Keeping an eye on them. They're getting crazy. Lots of popping going on. But yeah, Jonah enjoys filtering water
Which is good,
because it's just
because
it's just another job out here. So he can have that all he wants. If we can see him or not. I can see him. You guys probably can't, but he is he's squatted down right in here. Filtering water. Better than him than me right now. This is our view. This is daytime view. It will be nighttime, and really sun's going down now. It's 8:07, 8:08, 24 to our 20:07, 20:08. For you military folks out there, happy early Veterans Day. Coming up in November here. Be here before you know it. November 11. Eric and I will be doing another hike on November the 11th, so stay tuned. That is a guarantee.
Yeah, not yet decided where.
Jonah's walking back now. He thinks the filter broke. Son of a gun. We'll see. Alright. We may be boiling water from here on out. Let's see what's going on. Alright, it is quarter till 10 at night. The rain has started. We did a mad dash to kind of top off our water bottles. It may just be a little sprinkle and be done, but it is gonna make you wet for sure. Not a bad
Yeah, I'm getting water.
rain.
Started coming down.
The true test of our fire will be tomorrow morning, if we have fire left or not. We shall find out.
Oh, I left my spear over there.
So,
Let me grab that.
where's it at?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
It's a little wet, but it's fine.
Anyway, we got headlamps going. Anybody got anything to say?
Not particularly, other than I'm a little wet. Just a status update.
I always forget how to turn my red light on.
You hold it. I believe. That's how I turn mine on.
That dims it and brightens it.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
hold
I think
mine
it's a double
first.
click.
Here's a double black diamond just from off. Hold it in.
Mine,
It's a strobe.
I
We're
just hold
Turn
it.
it off and then turn. Just hold the button down. There you go.
Alright. Red light's much better.
For just working with your stuff here.
Well, you're not totally blinded. The fire blinds you enough, but
Yeah.
you're not totally blinded.
Definitely.
Decent.
Down too. Probably just. Is there anything we can hang them on? Just kind of have like a.
I think all three of us have black diamonds. What brand or what model is yours, Eric? I don't think they say on
Orbit,
them.
maybe.
The what?
I want to say it's called the Orbit or something.
I think mine is called the Storm. Mine definitely is a crazy light. It's
No clue what mine's
very
called.
powerful.
Yeah, they're good lights. I've been there for a time.
So it's got red, and then if is it double click? Yeah, green. If you double click, I don't understand the green though. Maybe for map reading it's better.
I was gonna say there's some colors like red's really not a good map reading color.
So you switch between green and red by double clicking,
Red's just the not so bright.
and then even the actual light itself, you can dim the red light or make it brighter by holding in. See how bright that is? And then just turn off. And then the regular white light. Very bright. Extremely super bright. It's insane how bright this thing is. I mean, it's better than most flashlights I have, honestly. I can't remember how many lumens this thing has, but it's significant. Yeah.
Fire starters.
Piece of chocolate.
I still got a chocolate chip cookie.
Oh yeah.
From Subway.
Yeah. I shall enjoy.
Your vibe, or craft is Yorkshire. subscribe.
So we're just kind of hanging out now. We told a few stories. And Eric told some stories, I told some stories. Jonah has been fairly worthless on the stories tonight.
I don't have any good ones.
Yeah, no. If it's not a video game story, he doesn't know it.
You couldn't just tell a story based on a video game.
You could pretend it's real life. Seriously. Make one up.
Good. The overhead shelter seems to be working for right now.
I'm
Yeah.
not putting it all under here, yeah.
Yeah, this
Look
little
at those things reflecting in red.
this tarp I have here is a Hennessy Hex tarp. It came with a hammock that I've got. We brought it specifically for the rain this weekend, but it's it does a really nice job. Like if you're one person, all you need is a pad, a sleeping bag, and this tarp, and you've got shelter. On the Knobstone Trail, the last night, a few years ago, or a couple of years ago, Eric, Matthew, and myself slept underneath this tarp. So it fits 3 adults very easily. Ooh. Jonah's whittling on a vampire steak, I think, is what that thing looks like.
It was already sharp when I got here, but it was not sharp enough. I peeled all the bark off it too.
We have got so much wood, we really don't know what to do with it. Other than if we're going to leave it for the next set of campers, they're going to be very happy.
It's ridiculous the amount of trash people leave here, though.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's really sad.
There's a full can of SpaghettiOs down straight on the second side over there. Goes through the shoreline.
We've got a coal bed down there that's probably, I'd say, 5-6 inches deep. Before we go to bed, we'll want to put something heavy over the top of that to try to keep it from getting soaked. I don't know how bad it's going to rain,
Got a
but
couple good ones over here that we can put on there.
but in the morning when we get up, it is supposed to be raining, so we're hoping that the fire holds until morning. It's going to be about 50 degrees when we wake up, so not much different than what it is right now. Should be
Start
pretty,
getting wet. Water. It's coming down pretty good.
yeah. Should be a pretty comfortable night overall, though. Alright, unless something cool happens, I'll probably just check in right before we go to bed there. Jonah and I are sleeping in the 3-person tent together. Eric is on his own, but he's welcome to come over if he gets scared.
Well, luckily, I got up. It never has stopped raining yet throughout the night. It's not been bad, though. It sounds worse in the tent than what it is, I think. But was happy to see when we got up that under the two kind of wet, funky logs that we left on top of it, smoldering through the night, they were good coals still under there. We left our pile of wood, a dry pile under the tarp here last night. Everything that we left out here stayed dry. The ground is dry, except for 2 or 3 gallons of water that had puddled up on the back side of the tarp and held. When I went to clear it out, I kind of dumped some of it into my chair, but other than that, not a big deal. We got a fire going again now. Still got dry wood, and the pile itself that we had cut isn't too bad.
I think one of the big goals for this trip was fire in the rain, because we've been a fair weather backpackers for a while, but if you prep everything and do it right, number one, know where to find the wood too, know what wood to look for, but also take the necessary steps before you go to bed, ends up being not so bad. So
Stayed plenty warm in the tent last night. I think I brought my 40 or 45 degree bag and left it mostly unzipped throughout the night. It was pretty comfortable. And other than having to use the restroom for like the last couple hours, just not wanting to get out in the rain, slept pretty comfy. So
yeah, Jonas said he slept better than he sleeps at home.
good.
And I tossed and turned. I was awake off and on all night. I remember probably about 3:30 was the last time I looked at my watch. But I heard you get up at midnight, about 10 minutes after you went to bed, and went to go to the bathroom, I think. And then just off and on. It got real quiet one time right before the rain started in. It got real quiet. I heard a huge bang somewhere. It wasn't like an explosion. It was like a big tree falling, but it was just kind of like you didn't hear all the ruckus, all the other branches and stuff cracking. You just heard the tree hit the ground, and it was a massive tree. And I had flashbacks of Todd Standing saying, "That's Bigfoot." Anyway, time for some coffee and breakfast. Now that Eric got us the fire going, thank you, by the way.
My pleasure. I'm happy with the way things appear this morning.
This has been a decent trip, a decent location. Loving it. Perfectly dry, standing in the rain next to a fire. It's kind of fun.
Alright, 9:15, still raining. We're gonna start breaking down the tents here. We're gonna leave our rain flies in connected with the poles underneath them, and then drop our tents from the poles and try to keep the tent as dry as possible, and the footprint and all that. We can just work underneath the rain fly. And then the rain fly we can both take off and then shake out, and then stuff it last, shaking off as much water as we can to try to keep everything else dry. So that'll be the plan. And still have our fire going. We're all set up in rain gear, and we've got our packs out. We'll put up everything else, except for our chairs and this canopy, this tarp. We will get it one of the last things we do. Just hold it on the outside of somebody's pack here, mine or Jonas, and then head out. Alright, as you can see, tents are down. That method I talked about worked very well. No problems at all. Main piece of the tent is dry. I wrapped the tent with the footprint, which was dry, the clean side of the footprint, and then wrapped the rain fly inside out around
the footprint. So when I get home, the footprint and the rain fly is all I should really have to dry out. I'll probably hang the tent out also, but anyway, nice way to not add extra weight by letting the rain saturate your tent for the hike out. Not that it's that big of a deal, but try to keep as dry as possible. I think it helps emotionally too when you're dealing with the rain. But our pack's pretty much ready to go. Jonah's got to break down his chair, throw that in his pack, and then we're going to be ready to douse the fire and put the tarp away and head out. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, we're out of the woods. We finished the hike and we're gonna head home. So, good trip. Stayed dry. Pretty much stayed dry on the hike out.